John Cena versus Ron Killings will take place on SmackDown this week. Now, I'm super excited about this because the most interesting thing this year has been R-Truth and his interactions with John Cena. Now, obviously, R-Truth has always been entertaining, but as soon as he started interacting with John Cena this year, I felt something special because the first time he did it, I was like, okay, he's going to get involved in the John Cena versus Randy Orton match at Backlash. And he's probably going to cost Randy the title. And that is exactly what happened. And then that would obviously lead to a match between R-Truth and John Cena at Saturday night's main event, which I was also interested in seeing, just because it's fun to see R-Truth being put in a top position like that, even if it's for a brief period of time. So he has this match with Cena. Obviously, I know it's going to be a short match, but it ended up being one of the best matches John Cena has had in years. It was so entertaining. The crowd was super into it. R-Truth was doing Cena's moves better than Cena does it. And then what happens? They inform R-Truth that they're not going to renew his contract. And I thought that we weren't going to see R-Truth ever again on WWE television. But because so many people felt the same way I did, R-Truth's contract, well, I guess he got a new deal, and he came back at Money in the Bank and interfered in the main event. Now he's going by the name Ron Killings, and I'm like, wow, this is big time stuff. Now, I'm not getting overly excited because the last time I got overly excited about something the WWE did was John Cena turning heel. And that has been a complete disaster. So, his matches have been bad. His promos are not believable because he's really not good at being a bad guy like this. There's no authenticity. And that's why that ship has sailed. John Cena's heel turn has been a disaster. But R-Truth can inject some new life into this whole thing with his feud with John Cena. Now, I want R-Truth or Ron Killings to have a WWE Championship match with John Cena. Hopefully at SummerSlam, because honestly, that's the match that people would love to see. Doing John Cena versus Cody again at SummerSlam, it's whatever to me. I want to see Truth get a title match. Because if you remember, the match between Truth and Cena at Saturday night's main event was not for the title. And as of right now, this match between Cena and Ron Killings coming up on SmackDown is also not for the title. I mean, I could take a guess as to what might happen in this match. I have a feeling Ron Killings might beat John Cena in this match. He might pin him. And obviously it's going to be because of interference or something by Cody Rhodes. But still, I have a feeling R-Truth might beat Cena, or he might win by disqualification or count out or something like that, so that R-Truth has staked a claim that he deserves a title match because he beat John Cena. I mean, I think that's the way the story should go. I mean, beating Ron Killings right when he comes back and he starts this new gimmick, you can't do that. So you got to have him win this match somehow. And I honestly believe, do I believe that Ron Killings could be WWE champion? Hey, I would recommend that. Occasionally you have to swerve the fans. And what a great message to send to have a man his age who almost lost his job, really. I mean, have him come back and win the title. That's a message to people. I mean, it's never give up. I mean, that's the message of that. Never give up. Believe in yourself. Jeez, I wish that R-Truth would beat Cena for the title. That would be freaking hilarious. And I know that Ron Killings would do a great job with the title. He would. He can still go in the ring. He can still have entertaining matches, and he can always bring it on the mic. That's never going to change. So I would love to see that. That would be one of the greatest moments if Ron Killings defeats John Cena for the WWE title at SummerSlam. One of the greatest moments in wrestling history. But, WWE has kind of shied away from creating those magical moments for whatever reason. they could have had Sami Zayn beat Roman Reigns for the title in Montreal. Oh, what a moment that would have been. I would have remembered it forever. Wrestling fans everywhere would have remembered that forever. And then they didn't do it. They had Cody Rhodes beat Roman Reigns, which, a lot of people might say, oh, that's a magical moment. I don't feel that way, but because I don't think Cody Rhodes is as amazing as he thinks he does, or as amazing as he thinks he is. But I know people love Cody Rhodes, but I just think that he's kind of a mid-card level talent, and he's not really a main eventer, although he tries as hard as he can, but he's just not that guy. He is a big draw, though. I mean, he has convinced a lot of people that he is that big of a deal, but when you see his work in the ring and when you see his work on the mic, it's sort of like, I'm not impressed. But that's just me. Anyway, back to Ron Killings and John Cena. This feud actually makes me feel something. It's so rare that the WWE puts on a feud that makes me actually be like, wow, this is something. Sami Zayn and the Bloodline was the last time I felt like that about a feud between wrestlers. Like, they're doing something special here. I feel something. I want Sami to win the title from Roman. Like, that's what they were making me feel. And that's the same thing with Ron Killings and Cena. Like, I want to see Ron Killings beat Cena. And part of me thinks that they're going to keep going with this feud because, again, Cena was insulting Ron Killings, on, I think it was Raw or SmackDown. I don't know. He was insulting Ron, saying, oh, you guys brought back the class clown. And yeah, and then obviously Ron Killings attacked Cena. So yeah, I mean, I don't think this is a short-term thing. I think they're going to go with this maybe till SummerSlam. I don't think it's going to be done on SmackDown. And that's great because we need some unpredictability. You can't just keep having the same people do the same things over and over again and just say that, oh yeah, everything's great, business is great. Yeah, but it's like, it's just more of the same. I know that you got a lot of talented people working there, a lot of great wrestlers. I mean, I shouldn't say a lot, but you have a lot of talented people there. But as a whole, I don't really see anything particularly amazing going on outside of the R-Truth John Cena stuff. That is really the only thing that's catching my attention. And that was the same thing when it was Sami Zayn and the Bloodline. That was the only thing catching my attention on the show. It's so hard for them to put something together that's truly special. And they've done it with R-Truth and John Cena. So let's hope R-Truth gets a WWE Championship match. Cross your fingers.